Hello. This is like a on the spot thing. Because normally I do little statements on Facebook or little things on my blog. I do far more writing statements than I ever do films. But because I just felt this was a particularly powerful one, so I'm actually gonna repeat it as a little TikTok. Basically, I came across a great little meme from a Facebook group called Wordables. That's spelled Wordables. Um, and this was, yesterday at some time. Big blue banner. I don't know if I can actually, so I can turn the screen slightly to let you see it. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? But anyway, I'll read it out to you. The meme says, the one thing I realized a while ago was that crushes are sometimes better left as crushes. Sometimes you only like someone because you don't know enough about them. With a little quote by W and a dot, which I assume is Wordables itself. This game made me have the following thought, and so I'll just read it as I put it on here. Sometimes crushes are better left as crushes, or sometimes this is because you never really get to know them, the glamour fairy dust never falls from your eyes. Sometimes you do get to know them, and you realize that although the crush is powerful and feels hard to deal with, that you would both be really, really, really bad for each other and make each other miserable. A bit like a moth and flame situation if both of you were moths made out of flame, but despite being made out of flames yourselves, the other person's flame was a weird magical flame that still scorched you, and your strange flame still scorched them. Neither of you is immune to each other's special cursed flame, and that this opposite flame will still burn each other to death. Really caring about someone is not about being selfish and not about making things about you. If you honestly do care about them, then you will do what's right and put their happiness first instead of your own myopic neediness. Real strength is not in what you take, demand, desire, or want. Real strength is in what you give, offer, care about, and value. And this is what separates us from the so-called real macho men or so-called real feminine women and the mere animals and beasts of our species. This is what separates us. This is what makes us instead real human beings. If there is such thing as a heaven or a hell, then this is what frightens the devils. And this makes the angels weep that they can never be as touched with the divine as much as we mere mortals. And if there's no afterlife at all, which, there's plenty of people there who don't believe in the afterlife, then becoming this higher level of being would be the only hope of salvation for our entire pathetic species. There's something about the nature of crushes, this is going off script, that bothers me. They always feel incredibly selfish, and they're always about how you feel and how you long. And this makes me suspicious of them. Because to my mind, if you care about someone, then it's about their happiness, not about yours. And everything is about crushes, whether it's on a rom-com or a movie or what have you, it's always about the person obsessing about how they feel. And the other person's feelings never matter. I think the best example of a good romantic crush, if there is such a thing, is the end of I think it's the end of Tale of Two Cities or The Miserables. Can't remember. But there's this guy took on someone else's death sentence, so the woman he loved can run off with the bloke that she was in love with, and he took that bloke's death sentence. And it ended with him saying, "It's a far better thing I do now than I've ever done before." And that was him sacrificing himself for her happiness. And to me, that's means more than making your desires the priority. But then again, I'm seen as a weirdo nutcase, so what do I know?